Hello dear student, welcome you in the third class of polymerization chemistry. In class number 2nd, we have seen free radical polymerization. Before that, we have seen addition polymerization is categorized into three types of polymerization: free radical polymerization, ionic polymerization, and coordination polymerization. So in last lecture, we have seen free radical polymerization in detail. Now, in this lecture, we will see ionic polymerization. That ionic polymerization is categorized into two subcategories. One is cationic polymerization and second one is anionic polymerization. And after that, we will see coordination polymerization. So, let us begin with ionic polymerization. Let's see in next slide. Ionic polymerization, this name itself indicates that there should be an ion like a cation or anion. So in this type of polymerization, initiator of the reaction is an ion. The initiator ion is formed by using some Lewis acid or base. Depending on the cation or anion, formation of ionic polymerization is divided into two parts. One is cationic polymerization and second one is anionic polymerization. Here we will continue with cationic polymerization. In this type of polymerization, initiation is done by addition of proton. In this type of polymerization, that is cationic polymerization, initiation is done by what? Addition of proton or Lewis acid. For example, polyisobutylene, polystyrene, polymethylstyrene, polyvinyl ether are prepared by cationic polymerization. Okay, these are the what some example which are prepared by cationic polymerization. So see, here also there will be a three steps. One will be a first will be a initiation, second will be a propagation, and third will be a chain termination. So how chain initiation is taking place? For that we will require initiators. The initiator is formed by combination of catalyst and co-catalyst. The initiator is formed by what? Combination of catalyst and co-catalyst. See, catalyst is a strong Lewis acid such as BF3, aluminum trichloride, tin trichloride, TiCl4, etc. And co-catalyst is a small amount of water or methanol. Co-catalyst is what? Small amount of water or methanol. It forms hydrate that exist as ion pairs. Co-catalyst is what? A water or methanol that will combine with what? A catalyst like strong Lewis acid. Okay, so that can form a hydrate that will exist as ion pair. The initiator are responsible for providing proton. The initiator are responsible for what? Providing proton, that is H plus ion, for initiating polymerization, that is for initiation step. Okay, so see, this is what a BF3, a Lewis acid, which is combining with what? Water molecule to form this type of species. Okay, it's a hydrate, it form a hydrate that exists as ion pairs. So there is a cation, there is an anion. Okay, so these ion pair species which will initiate, okay, the first step of polymerization. In this step, initiator is added to the monomer unit. Initiator is added toward the monomer unit, which lead to the formation of cation center. See, initiator, this initiator is added. H plus is what? A initiator is here. Okay, so it is added to the what? Monomer unit to form the what? Cation center. This cation center is formed here. Okay, or we will get this cation center. So we may get primary cation center or we may get a secondary cation center depending on the reaction condition. So monomers containing pi electrons attach the proton H plus ion, okay, of that ion species, hydrate species, isn't it, and forming a carbonium ion cation. So here there is what? Carbonium ion cation will form. Now second step is what? A propagation. Second step is what? Propagation. So in this step, second, third or fourth monomer unit. Okay, see here, second. Okay, this is what a second monomer unit. Now it would be a third monomer unit. Okay, and so on. All monomer units will be added, okay, with generated cation center, okay, that is a carbonium ion in monomer unit consecutively, resulting in the formation of long chain. Okay, there will be what formation of long chain. The pi electron of the fresh monomer molecule attacks the carbonium ion. Okay, the pi electron of the fresh monomer molecule will attack the carbonium ion of the first monomer unit, and so on, and this chain propagation will be continued till all the monomer unit will get consumed. Let's see, next step in cationic polymerization is what? Termination. Okay, step 3 is what? Termination. So in this steps, termination of cation after continuous propagation take place. Termination of cation will take place after continuous propagation. So what are the ways by which chain termination is taking place? First way is what? Ion pair precipitation. First way is what? Ion pair precipitation. Donation of proton to the counter ion. Okay, donation of proton to the counter ion in reverse step of initiation. This is what? A reverse step of initiation. Okay, now proton is donated. In initiation, proton is added. Okay, so result in the formation of a double bond at the end of the growing polymer molecule. There is what? Result in the formation of double bond at the end of growing polymer molecule. Thus chain growth stops here. This process of donation of proton and the reformation of BF3 hydrate is called ion pair precipitation. This is called ion pair precipitation. See here, this is what? A polymer chain, growing polymer chain. Now this growing polymer chain will what it will do? It will donate a proton. This proton will be donated. This CH2 proton will be donated to this, and there will be what? Formation of dead polymer having a carbon-carbon double bond, and there is precipitation of ion pair, that is ion, proton and anion. Okay, so this is what? A ion pair. That ion pair will get precipitation. Hence this termination way is called ion precipitation, ion pair precipitation. Next way for termination is what? A coupling. In coupling there is what? Formation of covalent bond. Okay, there is what? Formation of covalent bond between the carbonium ion and the counter ion. Okay, now see, this is what? Growing polymer chain, and this is a anion, okay, of ion pair species. So there will be a what? Formation of covalent bond. Okay, this covalent bond will get formed. Okay, sorry, this covalent bond will get formed to form, okay, bond between the carbonium ion and the coupling counter ion. So this covalent bond will get formed here, and there is what? Formation of dead polymers. Okay, this is what? A coupling. Here we will begin with anionic polymerization. Okay, anionic polymerization. So in this type of polymerization, initiation is done by anions. Okay, where in cationic polymerization, initiation is done by cations, while in anionic polymerization, initiation is done by anions, and propagation is carried out by anions. So propagation will also be carried out by anion. So for example, polybutadiene, polyisoprene, okay, polystyrene, polyacrylonitrile are prepared by cationic polymerization. So these are the what? Some polymers that have prepared by anionic polymerization. So first step is, we know, initiation. For this initiation we want initiators. So see, in the initiators, the general types of initiators are organoalkali compounds. Organoalkali compounds such as butyl lithium, triphenyl methyl potassium and ethyl sodium. So organoalkali compounds such as butyl lithium, triphenyl methyl potassium and ethyl sodium. Alkali metal amides such as sodamide, lithium amide, alkoxides, hydroxide can be used as initiators. So these are the what, some bases, organic bases, and some inorganic hydroxide that have used as initiators. So first step is what? Initiation. So by using this initiator, we have to initiate, we have to do the chain initiation. Okay, so in the first step of this, initiator is added to the monomer unit. This R minus, that is what, a anion, that will be added to the monomer unit, and there will be a what? Formation of anion center in the monomer unit. While in the cationic polymerization, we have seen there is formation of cation center in the monomer unit. Here there is what? Formation of anion center in the monomer unit. Okay, so we may get more stable anion or we may get less stable anion. Okay, depending on this reaction condition. When it will be added to CH, okay, then we will get less stable anion, that is primary, and we will get a secondary, that will be a more stable. This what is shown here. Now second step will be a propagation. Okay, now we have seen how negative charge, that is anion center, is generated in the monomer unit in chain initiation. Now that anion center will be added to the fresh monomer. So in this step, second, third, fourth monomer units are added with generated anion center, that is carbanion, in monomer unit consecutively, resulting in the formation of long chain polymer. So in this propagation step, there is continuous addition of monomers. Okay, there is what? Continuous addition of monomer molecule until all the monomer will get consumed and chain growth take place here. Here there will be what? Chain growth will be take place. That means all the chain of polymer will be exceeded. That is termination. Okay, see, this termination is what? The carbanion at the chain end remains potentially active. The carbanion at the chain end remains potentially active. The reaction proceeds till all the monomers are consumed. If a fresh quantity of monomer is added to the this, then polymerization will again begins and continues until all the fresh added monomer will get consumed. Polymer produced by this technique is called alive or living polymer. Polymer is produced by this technique is called what? Alive or living polymer. Why? Because carbanion at that chain end is what? A active, and as soon as we are adding the monomer to that active monomer unit, active polymer unit, then it will again start to form a chain propagation. There is again start to form a exceed of chain length. Hence the polymer produced by this technique is called alive or living polymer. Termination of anions after continuous propagation take place by the combination with added compound such as methanol, water, carbon dioxide. Without addition of foreign compounds, the termination of anionic polymerization is not possible. Okay, if we are not adding any foreign compound to this polymerization, okay, then chain termination is not possible. Okay, chain termination will not be at all. In anionic polymerization, termination is not a spontaneous process. Okay, in anionic polymerization, termination is not a spontaneous process. Side reaction can be avoided at control condition. Okay, so this is what a active polymer, okay, that is having anion at the terminus, and that will be reacted with what? Foreign compounds like H plus, and there will be what? That polymerization process will be end here. That will be a chain will get terminated here. Okay, this chain will be get terminated, and there will be what? Formation of a polymer, stable polymer. Okay, so termination is by addition of cation. So let's see next topic, that is coordination polymerization. Here we will see coordination polymerization. Okay, third type of polymerization. First is what? Third type of addition polymerization. First we have seen free radical polymerization, then ionic, cationic and anionic subcategories, and third one is what? Coordination polymerization. When organometallic compound act as an initiator in polymerization reaction, it is called coordination polymerization reaction. When organometallic compound act as an initiator, isn't it? When organic metallic compound is acting as an initiator in polymerization reaction, it is called coordination polymerization. See, for example, Ziegler and Natta first prepared polymer by coordination polymerization using a halide of titanium, vanadium, zirconium, chromium, tungsten and molybdenum. The coordination polymerization can be done by combination of a halide of a different transition metal like this, okay, like TiCl2, TiCl3, TiCl4, and a organometallic compound like trialkyl, okay, that may be a trimethyl, triethyl aluminum. The most common useful catalyst in this combination is what? Triethyl aluminum with titanium trichloride, TiCl3 and Et3Al, that is triethyl aluminum. These catalysts are heterogeneous catalysts. These catalysts are what? Heterogeneous catalysts. The monomer catalyst complex involves the coordination between carbon atom of a monomer and metal atom of the catalyst. There is what? Coordination between what? Carbon atom of monomer and the metal atom of the catalyst. So in this polymerization, the triethyl aluminum act as an electron donor. In this polymerization, the triethyl aluminum act as electron donor and metal halide act as an electron acceptor. Okay, so triethyl aluminum is acting as an electron donor and metal halide is acting as what? Electron acceptors. So Lewis acid base concept here. Initiation is done by the formation of coordinate bond between the carbon atom of the monomer and metal of the catalyst, and the propagation is carried out by such catalyst system is called coordination polymerization. In this polymerization, all units and subunits are arranged in space in definite order. Okay, it gives stereospecific polymer. This coordination polymer is give what? Stereospecific polymer. This is what the importance of, or we can say advantage of coordination polymer. We will get here stereospecific polymer. So what are the importance of coordination polymerization? Let's see here. Normal free radical polymerization involves formation of tactic polymer, whereas coordination polymer involves formation of isotactic polymer. Normal free radical polymer, that involves what? Formation of tactic polymer, whereas from coordination polymer we will get what? Isotactic polymer. Stereospecific polymer can be divided by this coordination polymerization. Sorry, can be prepared by this coordination polymerization. Using the process Ziegler-Natta catalyst of polymerization, isoprene produces only stereospecific cis-1,4 polyisoprene. Okay, so this is what the one of the well-known example of Ziegler-Natta catalyst to preparation of stereospecific cis-1,4 polyisoprene. Coordination polymerization always involves mainly linear polymers. Coordination polymerization always involve what? Preparation of mainly linear polymer. Hence, it becomes highly crystalline. Let us see what are the steps that are involved in coordination polymerization. Okay, let's see what are the steps that are involved in what? Coordination polymerization. First is what? Initiators. That is initiation. So which are the initiator in this type of polymerization? General types of initiator are organometallic compounds, Ziegler-Natta catalyst. Okay, that is alkyl metal, that is RCH2MT is what? A transition metal, that is titanium, molybdenum, chromium, tungsten, sorry, vanadium or nickel. Then let's see, first step is what? Initiation here. In this process, there is formation of monomer catalyst complex. In this process, there is what? Formation of monomer catalyst complex that will get formed between the organometallic compound and the monomer. Okay, this complex will get formed in between organometallic compound and the monomer. So this is what a active center and this is what a vinyl monomer. Okay, this active center will get, that is this monomer will get added to this active center and there will be what? Chain initiation will take place. Chain initiation will take place. Now let's see next step of coordination polymerization. Is what? Again here, propagation. The incoming monomer, see this incoming monomer will get incorporated at the active center. Okay, this is what the active center here. This incoming monomer will get added here to the active center of the metal carbon bond, isn't it? This metal carbon bond, and from the chain growth it started and we will get this type of propagation. Okay, so in monomer will get added to the active center of metal carbon bond. Okay, this metal to this active center, this monomer will get added and chain propagation will take place. Third step of coordination polymerization is a termination. So this termination will take place by addition of active hydrogen compound. This is what a active hydrogen compound, it will be added to this and there will be a what? Formation of neutral molecule, neutral polymer molecule. Termination is by transfer with monomer. Okay, so this is what a monomer. Okay, so there is what? A transfer of hydrogen with monomer and we will get a stable polymer like this. Then termination by spontaneous internal transfer. There will be a what? Spontaneous internal transfer. This metal and hydrogen will get removed out and there will be a what? Formation of stable polymer. So these are the what? Some termination ways of coordination polymerization. Let's see, one of the most important topic under this coordination polymerization is Ziegler-Natta catalysis. Okay, this is what one of the most important topic under coordination chemistry, that is coordination polymerization, is Ziegler-Natta catalysis. See, polymerization is a process that usually occurs at high temperature and pressure, but after the discovery of Ziegler-Natta catalysis in 1950, it could be possible to polymerize all the monomers at ambient temperature and atmospheric pressure. Okay, so before the discovery of Ziegler-Natta catalysis, that is in 1950, polymerization was carried out at high temperature and pressure. But after the discovery of Ziegler-Natta catalysis, polymerization process is carried out at ambient temperature and ambient pressure, that is at low temperature and low pressure also. Ziegler prepared polyethylene polymer from aluminum alkyl compounds using in conjunction with the transition metal halide at room temperature. The product of this reaction was linear, highly crystalline and highly density polyethylene. This work was further confirmed by Natta, who prepared semi-crystalline linear polymer from propylene, that is, for example, 1-butene and several other olefins using similar catalyst system gives good quality of polymers. It was also found that crystallinity in these polymer was enhanced by their highly stereoregular structure. In this polymerization, the systems are heterogeneous. The active initiator have now known by the general name Ziegler-Natta catalyst. Several substances prepared from different combinations of organometallic compounds where the metal comes from the main group 1, 2 or 3 and is combined with halide of transition groups of 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. A typical Ziegler-Natta catalyst is a mixture of TiCl3 and triethyl aluminum. This is what the Ziegler-Natta catalyst. here what is it? This is a alkene, okay, that is reacted under Ziegler-Natta catalysis. So we will get head to tail arrangement. Okay, see, head to tail means what? All these uh, active unit, that is, suppose if we are saying it is a halide, Z is a halide, then these all halides atom are at one above upper part of the this chain length. Okay, so this is what a head chain arrangement, head to tail arrangement. And when there will be what alternate arrangement of these halide, Z one is here in next, at next point it is at this position, and next point it is at this position. So this is what mixed head and tail pattern. Okay, this is what mixed head and tail pattern. So in all substituent all lie on one side of the chain, the configuration is called isotactic. Okay, if all the substituent lie on the one side of the chain, okay, see, suppose this is the what the substituent and they are lying on the one side of the chain, this type of configuration is called isotactic. Okay, head to tail arrangement is called isotactic. If the substituent alternate from one side to another, if the substituent are alternate from one side to another in a regular manner, the configuration is called syndiotactic. Okay, now see here, all the substituents are on one side, on same side. Suppose orange, all orange substituent are on left hand side and all green substituent are on right hand side, then such type of pattern is called isotactic pattern, isotactic polymer. And suppose there is what alternate arrangement, okay, then this type of polymer pattern is called syndiotactic polymer. And finally if there is a what a random arrangement, okay, one mixing arrangement, completely mixed arrangement, okay, we cannot predict whether it is alternate or a regular pattern. Okay, so this type of random arrangement is called a tactic polymer. This is what a tactic polymer. So this is isotactic, this is a syndiotactic polymer, this is a tactic polymer. So there are three types of polymer we can get by using Ziegler-Natta catalysis. Okay, so alkene is on reaction with triethyl aluminum and TiCl3 will give such type of polymer. Let us point out the differences between addition and condensation polymers. Addition and condensation polymer. Addition polymerization is also known as chain growth polymerization, and condensation polymerization is also called as strep growth polymerization. See, in addition polymerization, monomer contains double bond or a triple bond, while in monomer, here in condensation polymerization, it may contains two or more functional group. Okay, for example, here we know adipic acid, hexamethylene diamine, here vinyl chloride. Okay, so here monomer is what vinyl chloride. Here in addition polymerization, catalyst is essential, while in condensation polymerization, catalyst may or may not be required. It is a exothermic reaction. Addition polymerization is a exothermic reaction, it is evolving there, while condensation polymerization is a endothermic reaction, it is absorbed there. It is a fast process. Addition polymerization is fast process, while condensation polymerization is a slow process. Byproducts are not formed in addition polymerization, while in condensation polymerization there is formation of byproducts. Addition polymerization, polymer chains terminal are dead. Here in condensation polymerization, polymer chain terminal are live. Okay, NH2, COH, they are at the end. In addition polymerization, molecular weight of the polymer is exact the multiple of monomer molecular weight, while in case of condensation polymer, molecular weight of the polymer is not the exact multiple of monomers. For example, which are the addition polymerization, addition polymer? Polyethylene, PVC, okay, polyvinyl chloride, polystyrene. And which are the condensation polymer? Polyester, nylon 6 polyurethane. Okay, so this is what the difference between addition and condensation polymers. Okay, so I hope we have understood this ionic polymerization, that is cationic and anionic polymerization, then coordination polymerization, and difference between addition and condensation polymerization. Okay, so we'll stop here. Thank you very much.